Avoid this drink at all costs if you're taking metformin. It can flip the medication's effects in minutes. Metformin works closely with your liver to help keep your blood sugar steady. But your liver can only focus on one big job at a time. And when this drink enters your system, it jumps straight to the front of the line. That shift makes metformin's work far less predictable and sometimes risky. That drink is alcohol. Now that we know alcohol doesn't mix well with metformin, let's look at what actually happens inside the body. We'll keep it simple. When these two meet, the effects don't just add up. They interact in ways that can create unexpected problems. Here's what can happen next. 1. The hidden drop, when blood sugar falls too low. This is probably the most misunderstood danger, and it's because the early signs don't look scary. In fact, they look and feel very similar to being just slightly buzzed. When alcohol enters the body, it slows down how much sugar the liver releases into the bloodstream. Metformin also asks the liver to release less sugar. So when both are present, the liver becomes almost too quiet, and blood sugar can fall quickly. The tricky part is how the symptoms show up. They come as a soft blend of sensations rather than a clear, sharp warning. You may feel a light, floaty feeling in your head, mixed with a gentle warmth and a bit of sweat that creeps in. Your hands might feel slightly unsteady, and focusing on simple things becomes harder than usual. Everything feels slow, a little foggy, almost like a mild buzz after a drink or two. That's exactly what makes it so easy to miss. It feels harmless. Imagine being at a dinner or a family gathering. You think you're just feeling the effects of the drink, when in reality, your blood sugar is dropping lower and lower. And the lower it goes, the more confused, shaky, or weak you can become. If it drops too far, it can lead to fainting or even losing consciousness. This is why mixing alcohol with metformin becomes unpredictable. The danger hides behind sensations that feel normal when drinking. 2. The stomach struggle, when two irritants work at the same time. Anyone who has taken metformin knows it can sometimes be a little tough on the stomach. It's a very effective medicine, but for many people, it can cause nausea, bloating, or loose stools, especially in the beginning. Alcohol, unfortunately, irritates the stomach in a different way. So when the two are combined, the digestive system often reacts strongly. What people usually notice is a wave of discomfort, a heavier kind of nausea, a feeling of pressure or cramping, and sometimes sudden trips to the bathroom. It doesn't always turn into an emergency, but it can make you feel unwell for hours. And after age 40, the stomach tends to be more sensitive, so the reaction can be even stronger. This is one of those situations where the body simply feels overwhelmed trying to handle both substances at once.
Number 3, the rare but serious danger, lactic acid buildup.
Now let's talk about something less common, but more serious. Metformin is very safe for most people, but alcohol can push the body in a direction where lactic acid, a natural substance your cells produce, starts to build up faster than your liver can clear it. Here's the simple version. Whenever you drink, the liver prioritizes breaking down the alcohol first. That means it puts other tasks on hold. One of those tasks is clearing lactic acid. So if metformin and alcohol are both present, lactic acid may rise more quickly, and the body may not remove it efficiently. The early signs are gentle, vague, and easy to ignore. You may feel an unusual tiredness that doesn't match your activity level, or a heaviness in your arms and legs. Some people feel mildly short of breath or notice that their muscles ache more than they should. People often blame these sensations on aging, stress, or just being worn out, not knowing the liver is actually struggling. While this condition is rare, alcohol makes it more likely. And if levels rise too high, it can become a medical emergency. That's why preventing the combination is safer than trying to treat the problem after it starts. 4. The slow and silent problem, long-term liver strain. One of the biggest long-term concerns is how the liver slowly gets overwhelmed. Alcohol always becomes the liver's top priority because the body wants to clear it out quickly. But when you add metformin into the picture, the liver ends up juggling two demanding jobs at the same time. And when this keeps happening day after day or week after week, the liver can become more tired and more inflamed. Fat starts to build up, the organ becomes less efficient at handling sugar, and insulin resistance can quietly increase. The tricky part is that none of this causes obvious symptoms. There's no sharp pain or dramatic warning. Most people feel completely normal while these changes slowly build in the background, and they only discover something is wrong during a routine checkup.
Now, let's look at the smaller but still important risks that add to the picture. Number 1, dehydration, making metformin feel stronger. Alcohol naturally dehydrates the body. It pulls fluids out through the kidneys and makes you urinate more often. When you're dehydrated, metformin becomes more concentrated in the bloodstream. That means the same dose can feel stronger than usual. Some people wake up the next day with worse stomach irritation or lower energy because the medicine hit harder than expected. Dehydration also affects blood sugar. It makes the body less stable, which can lead to more ups and downs throughout the day. Number 2, kidney strain. The filter works overtime. The kidneys also feel the pressure when alcohol and metformin meet. Both substances need to be filtered out, and that means the kidneys must work harder than usual. As we get older, kidney function naturally slows down, even in healthy people, so this extra workload becomes more noticeable. When the kidneys struggle to keep up, metformin can stay in the body longer, which makes its effects feel stronger and less predictable. Some people experience more fatigue, more stomach irritation, or more fluctuations in their blood sugar without realizing it's because the kidneys were pushed a little too far. You don't need kidney disease for this to happen. Normal age-related changes are enough to make the system more sensitive. Number 3, the social problem, missing the signs when they matter most often. Finally, there's one more layer that people rarely think about: social situations. When someone starts feeling dizzy, warm, shaky, or confused after drinking, almost nobody around them thinks, your blood sugar might be dropping. Instead, they assume it's the alcohol. This makes it easy to miss important signs, especially when you're in a restaurant, at a celebration, or around friends who don't know you're taking metformin. The danger doesn't just hide inside the body, it hides behind normal social expectations. Even though alcohol isn't a good match with metformin, there are drinks that support your body instead of stressing it. The safest and most helpful choice is simply water. Staying hydrated helps your liver and kidneys work comfortably and makes metformin easier for your body to process. Unsweetened teas are also a gentle option: green tea, black tea, or herbal blends. They're soothing, low-calorie, and won't interfere with your blood sugar or your medication. And if you want something refreshing, lemon water is an easy everyday drink that keeps you hydrated without adding any extra pressure on your system. Choosing drinks that work with your medication, not against it, is one of the simplest ways to stay on track. And if you'd like to learn more simple habits that support your health, feel free to check out our other videos.